And we're back with Colbertradio.com. We're going to take a little time here to work with Lance. Lance, you work with Verizon Wireless, don't you?
Verizon Wireless, cellular sales, Verizon Wireless. Yes, sir, I do.
This is not a paid commercial. I want everybody to know out there what it is I need a new cell phone for the show. Drew needs a new cell phone. So we're looking at some of these things they have. They got a Droid.
Yeah, I've got a Droid to show you today. I'm going to start with the basics and work up today. This is your basic flip phone, and it has to be turned on.
Let's put that down there for now.
This is the Samsung Smooth. We sell a ton of these.
Samsung
Smooth.
Smooth.
It's got a little camera on it. It's a little flip phone.
It does video too, huh?
Pretty basic. Well, these.
Can I get internet access with that?
Yeah, you can get the $9.99 internet package with this, but
$9.99 for internet? That's all?
Yeah, it's like 25 megabytes. It's not huge,
what would that allow me to do? 25 megabytes. If I post a video?
No, you couldn't do that. This is really not that type of phone.
You need something stronger. Well, I don't know. That might work for Drew.
It's just a talking kind of phone.
Because I'm not going to buy 3 droids. You know what I mean?
No. And these phones are the least expensive. I mean, I do buy one get one free on this. I mean, you get 2 of these phones for $50. This style right here, which is pretty good. And you get the charger with it. It's nothing fancy. It's got the time on it.
Does it have a little case that clips onto your belt?
You can get one of those. We don't.
Does it have a car charger?
We don't give you a wall charger. We give you a car charger with it. But they're cheap. They serve their purpose. Little Samsung product. And we sell a ton of these because they're cheap. You can also text this one. Of course, it's old school text because you have to, hit the letters as you.
Hold that up towards the camera because no one can see it.
Yeah, it's called the Samsung Smooth. Just a regular little flip phone, and you get a good deal on it. Like I said, I think we're doing these 2 for $50, so buy one get one free.
2 Samsung Smoothies for $50.
Yep.
That comes with a 2-year service contract?
Absolutely.
Well, I'm happy with Verizon. I've always been happy with Verizon. Although I can't begin to tell you how disconcerted I was when Verizon and Alltel merged because I left Alltel. I hated Alltel. They're like, holy crap, I can't get away from those people.
But they're still sort of separate entities. They still all have their own programs, their own plans. So, I mean, they're kind of part of Verizon, but they're not totally merged. People come in with Alltel plans all the time, and they're really sometimes not even kind of lined up on the same network.
Well, that might be good for. Might get one of those. Drew, what do you think? You paying attention because you need a new cell phone. So that would be good. Now, what's this other thing you bring out here?
This is called the Intensity 2.
Okay.
It's a brand new phone that's been rolled out by Samsung.
May I?
Now, if you do some texting, let me turn it on. Do you do any texting?
No.
Okay.
But I'm going to learn because I think I'm going to have to.
Well,
if I'm going to post things with messages. Look, see everybody? Look at that. Isn't that cool? I've never used anything like this. I'm not used to this technology.
Yeah, it's a little. That's what they call a QWERTY keyboard. That QWERTY. And that allows you to text. It's basically a text phone. We sell these a lot to kids, but we also sell them to people that text a lot. It's got a nice little camera on it.
What's this called?
It's called the Intensity 2.
Intensity 2. It does video. It takes photographs. It makes phone calls.
Well,
it's got a keyboard. How do you punch those little tiny numbers with these big, fat, old man nubby fingers?
Well, basically, people just use their phones.
Don't they come with a stylus?
No, we're getting up into more fancy phones. This is just your basic text phone right here.
Okay.
It's a cool little phone. Now these phones are like $99, which
right.
is a $50 rebate. So
okay.
They're like $50.
That's good. That's 50% off.
Yeah, $50 minimum rebate, and they're durable phones. If you're texting.
I have a question about this though. What kind of a leather case can you put this in? The way this thing slides up and down, you guys. You got a protective case they make.
Right, there are special cases that they make for them that have like.
I always keep mine in a case.
They have 2 pieces.
These are great. This is I got from you guys. This is what do they call this? A Razor? This is the Razor phone I've had for a long time. Still works great. Got it from Verizon. Very happy with the company. And this thing is just great. But I always keep this leather case on it because I have dropped it.
The cases,
and they're wonderful.
The cases on these are designed so the top part snaps on to the top here, and the bottom snaps on to the bottom.
So you snap on separately.
So yeah, so the thing.
I would imagine you'd have to do that. Okay.
So now, if you buy these phones, we can transfer all your contacts and everything right to the phone, including your photos. We do that kind of all the time.
Let me ask you about this. I have very sensitive phone numbers that I'm very careful not to let you get out. How secure is that when I hand this thing over to you guys?
It's very secure. We have a machine we run it through. It's called a Celebrite machine.
Right.
The machine takes the information out of your phone and spits it back into the other phone.
Okay.
And just kind of goes away out of the machine.
All right.
And that's kind of the typical way to do, this.
Okay. When you do, I want to see this droid that everybody seems to be going on and on about. Is the droid the equivalent to an iPhone?
The latest and greatest droid is the Droid X, which lines up very well to the iPhone. But the key to these smartphones is the coverage, the reception.
Right.
There are people out there that have these iPhones, and we love iPhones. We don't poo-poo iPhones.
I thought Verizon was in the middle of negotiating getting iPhones.
There's word out in the streets that we're supposed to get the iPhone in January. But here's the caveat to that. AT&T realizes that they are not getting the kind of coverage and the reception on these wonderful gadgets, but Verizon has the largest coverage here. So they're saying, you know what? People love our gadgets, but they don't love it enough to keep it because it doesn't work where they need it to work. So they're making a deal with Verizon to come to the largest network, which makes perfect sense.
AT&T, if you got stock at AT&T, I'd consider selling it.
Yeah.
Because if iPhone leaves AT&T to go to Verizon, that stock's going to take a huge hit. Might not be a bad time to play a put.
Now Motorola has answered the call. This is an Android technology.
Very reliable stuff, Motorola.
Some of you may be familiar with the Android technology, but this is like
I'm not at all.
The Magneti technology. Android, by the way, is licensed by none other than George Lucas, Lucasfilms.
Oh, Lucas? He's involved in this?
He owns the, somewhere on this.
Does it have C3PO's voice?
Have what?
C3PO's voice. That would be cool.
No.
That's not programmed with 6 million forms.
Yeah. It does say droid. But somewhere on the packaging here, it says licensed by
Lucasfilms?
Yeah, Lucasfilms or whatever.
What is he? Something like Hollywood Lights? Or?
Droid is a trademark of Lucasfilm Limited and its related companies used under license.
Cool.
That means every time these phones are sold,
he makes a ton of money. Well, I'd hate to think that George Lucas wasn't making more money.
Yeah, it'd be terrible. Now this is a cool phone because it's touch and it's a keyboard.
Touchscreen, right? And keyboard.
So you have
I like that because
choice.
a touchscreen would be easier for me, I think, to use.
Right. You have the choice of going here and you can load this thing up. Google, it's Google driven.
Right.
Google literally has hundreds of apps that you can download to this phone.
Well, hang on a second there. I want to cover this phone specifically. So let's go out here and then come right back, okay?
Sure.
So we're going to be right back. We're going to cover this droid and see how this thing works with Lance Morrison, who's with Verizon Wireless. So we'll be right back with Colbertradio.com.